Absolutely. And baby Gothics will also be awesome.
Shut up. We're live. Hi, everyone. This is Nova Lands with the Ghidorah contract deck versus
Neon Almond over here, and I am playing the Evangelion movie 2 to make a miracle. Stopping that angel. Throwback coin on deck. Afternoon battle spirits. We're back with the streams. We're back with the spirits. We're back with the fights. We're back with the collaborations. We're back with the battles. We're hyped. We're hyped that you're here. We're super excited to play some cards in front of all of our viewers today. We're excited that you stopped by on your afternoon. I always choose Pokeball. I let Brittany be
Crobat.
Lance be the Crobat.
I feel
Tails
bad.
it is.
I feel bad.
Neon Almond chooses who goes first. I choose to go second. Novaland, start off our game of Battle Spirits.
You choose to go second?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Dude, I want that court. Give me that court.
Okay. Let me just make sure this is viewable in the thing. Okay. Because I have a contract spirit, I start with it in my hand. Or I have the choice to, and who wouldn't? Who wouldn't, you guys? Actually, so much money for that guy.
Come on, fool. What you got? What you got?
What do I got? I'm gonna play
What you got?
the Planet Ghidorah.
Oh, that's a strong start. Top five. You get a Ghidorah
Never seen
and a
it.
Monster X, I believe. Did you click the revival?
No, I didn't. Thank you. Add a Ghidorah and a Monster X and any remaining card to the deck bottom. Well, these aren't Ghidorahs.
Goodbye, Dorats. I'll never see you again. You'll have one Ghidorah instead of a flight.
Instead of a what?
A flight.
Oh.
Big Air Force and Ghidorah.
I think I'll pick this one. Gravity Beams Ghidorah.
Ghidorah.
Stop it.
Ghidorah.
Go ahead. It is your move.
Start step. Claw step. Draw step. My hand is awful. I'm gonna pay 3 core for the Super Secret Agency Nerve. In my Mirage Zone, when you would deal damage to me the first time during your turn, I can reveal the top 2 cards of my deck. If I happen to reveal an Evangelion Spirit card, I can add it to one of them to my hand to take 1 less damage. Turn ended. I'm gonna stall. To get my stuff, I'm gonna stall. To not take any damage, I need to draw. Boy, it might cost more life.
Oops. Planet Dorats.
Planet Dorats?
Just kidding. Dorat, the future pet. I know it's the Level 1, Level 2, either attack step. When my Ghidorah refreshes being effect, I can send up to 3 cores besides the soul core from the trash onto any of my Ghidorah. Level 1, Level 2, when attacks, I get +2 counters. Then this spirit, if it isn't braved, and you have 5 counters or more, I can refresh once, and then if I have 10, I can refresh another. Oop! There you go! He's be sneezing, man. Sneezing.
I hit that mute button though in time.
You sure did. Alright.
I saved all y'all ears from my sneezing. Sneezed like 6 times. Sorry if I'm like sniffing a lot. My sniffer's just not having a good day, and I haven't been able to clear it. So
well, maybe
it's just one of those days.
Well,
one of those nasal days.
One of those nasal days. Oh, I do, of course. Why wouldn't I? I'm gonna pay 1 to summon Ghidorah, 1964.
Oh, I don't like that one bit.
When
Reveal 3
summoned,
cards.
I can counter boost 1. Boop. Then reveal 3 cards at a cost 4 or more Ghidorah from them in my hand and discard the rest. 1, 2. They're none of them, and they're discarded? What kind of deck is this? Monster X, 4th boost draw thing, and my gravity beams. God, I never get anything out of it. Okay. I'm going to enter my attack step, and I'm going to attack with the future pet Dorad. When I do, I get the core charge. I keep thinking that of Grandwalker. Counter charge 2. Flash.
No flash.
No flash.
Activate effect of my super secret agency nerve. I reveal the top 2 cards in my deck, and I get to add an Evangelion among them to my hand. And if I were to, I would reduce the damage I would take by 1.
Wow.
I didn't get one.
That makes me feel better that you're not the only one who whiffed really hard. Dude, I whiffed so hard. I lost 3 good magics in there. What a mirage. I'm going to end my turn. Go ahead.
Start step. Call step. Draw step. Flash. I know that already. I know. No, this is... What are you, fool? Destroy opposing Nexus, and then draw a card.
No, my Nexus. My planet. How dare you? You've enraged my Ghidorah.
Tanand.
Start step. Draw step. Core step. Refresh step. I know I didn't even do it in the right order of my actions. How problematic. We'll make you 2. We'll make you 2. Oh, wait. Oh, let's make it bigger. Let's see here. What do I want to do? I want to do something awesome.
I'm just sitting over here with all these cards in my hand. I want to play this.
I'm gonna actually...
This could help. But for now, gotta be kind of passive.
You gotta review one more card. Oh. Okay, I'm not worried. I'm going to pay...
What you got going on over there, little Missy? With those big old scary Ghidorahs?
I'll do it. I'll pay 2. I'll pay 2 cord. For another Ghidorah! Gravity beams! When it attacks, I can destroy 7,000 BP or less spirit. By paying 2 costs, I can increase the BP destruction of that by 5,000. Then, once per turn, counter +1. I need to put somebody on there. There we go. Next, I'm going to enter my attack steps.
Yep.
You're so mad. I'm going to attack with Ghidorah. Gravity beams.
Alright.
When I attack, don't have any targets, but I do get to core boost 1. Flash.
No flash.
Flash. By sending my soul to the trash, I get to advent onto Ghidorah 1991.
Wow.
Ghidorah 1991, when advent, I get +2 more counters.
9.
3 and 5, 6. Then I can destroy 3 opposing 7,000 BP or less spirits, which is okay. That is not the goal. And donuts have stuff. Flash for you.
No flash.
No flash. One symbol.
Alright. Effective nerve. No!
Hurts. Sorry.
I didn't get any Evangelion, so I take the damage. Oh, we gotta fight.
Ooh, fight. Ooh, ooh. Whoa! He took him down so hard. Goodness. And all that momentum.
We also have a hockey game in the background, so sometimes we get distracted and entertained by it.
Gladiator fights.
Yeah, absolutely.
On skates. On ice.
On ice.
Alright, next with my attack, I'm going to attack with Ghidorah 1991. When I attack, due to the Ghidorah pre-advent ability, I get to core charge 2 when attacks. I also get to refresh once per turn, or there's just this guy? This spirit can refresh once per turn if I have at least 5 core, which I do. Next, because I refreshed via a Ghidorah, I can bring 3 core except the soul core to any one of my Ghidorah spirits. Is it one spirit or any of them? It says to any of your Ghidorah. Okay, here we are. Boop. I am 1 symbol. Total 13,000. Flash.
Flash. Kneel down, everybody. Spirits that cost 4 or higher can't reduce my life history. Flash.
What the heck? I don't have any flash.
No flash.
1.
I can't read.
Oh, duh, because I'm 5. 4 or more? You telling me only you can do stuff?
Yeah.
He's a good boy. Well, even though I can't hurt you, I can still attack you to gain 2 more core from Dorats when attacks effects. I'm now at 10,000.
10,000?
10 core. 10 counters.
Refresh.
I will refresh. Thank you very much. Flash.
No flash.
No flash. Attack.
No flash.
No flash.
Ow!
And I will end my turn.
Stop. Pause, stop.
Because
Draw,
he is level 2, you should be aware that none of my Ghidorahs can be returned to the hand or deck.
That sucks.
Why?
That's what I deck does.
By opposing effects.
And...
I'm so sorry. I hate... Like... When you're in tournament, you're happy you face an opponent when they brick, in a sense, because you get you just get a better chance to win. But when you're like trying to have a good battle, it feels bad.
Pay 6 for Evangelion Unit 5.
Oh, that's the thing that can kill me in 1 turn. I hate this.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You love this spirit of Evangelion.
Maybe if I was piloting that machine, I would.
I wouldn't ever want to pilot one of these machines. That'd be fucking terrible.
You have to be in that water stuff, right?
LCL.
So gross. That can't be good for you.
I can't even return an exhausted spirit to the hand. I'm neutered. Can't do anything.
Well, if you kill him, you can.
I only balance.
Well, blocking, duh. He's not big. He's 5,000. Take us, man. Went to chill. Chat while he's reading. Look at my sleeves. Look at my sleeves. There we go. He has 3 heads.
Ghidorah. I will attack for 11,000.
Okay, no flash. Oh wait, you're 11,000?
I'm 11,000. Yeah, I'm not brave. When attacks or blocks a T field. When attacks, return opposing exhausted spirit to the hand. If I reduce your life, I'll burn one and refresh. Yeah, if you didn't have that little safety guy, which is fun when it's just a little guy.
I know. No flash.
No flash.
Well,
How big?
13.
Oh. I didn't know that.
I said it last
Go
time.
ahead. I didn't hear it. I thought you said nothing was bigger than 10.
Oh, I said he is 10 plus 3 for the overseas counter.
How do you get plus 3?
I need 2 counters.
For who?
Oh, is it this? Oh. It's hard. Okay.
But you have 10 counters. You're out.
Yeah,
I'd be
I
surprised if
still
you-
have 15. I'm a little bit bigger than that. Excuse me. I thought you got this one down here, but is that just for the Dorat?
You get the abilities.
Yeah, I'm asking for the GP, Karu. Where it says over counter, do I get that over counter in addition?
I don't believe so.
Oh, okay. That helps. I was actually only counting this one and not the one on the card. Because I...
The only
see
thing
it.
you get is the ability that says
Ability.
that plus is on.
Okay.
Pre-advent condition.
Pre-advent condition. Thank you for clarifying. Start step, draw step, refresh. I hate saying core step somehow. What are you gonna do with these giant, amazing Ghidorahs?
I will die to those giant, amazing Ghidorahs.
Alrighty, we're gonna go ahead and attack with Ghidorah. 1991. When attacks, plus 2 count. And refresh. Flash.
No flash.
No. Flash. How do I get that?
I get to add Evangelion Unit 2 to my hand and take no damage.
Okay. I guess I have a few targets. I don't know, man. Okay. I'm gonna attack again.
No flash.
Boost. And then refresh once more. No flash. I'll attack finally with 1991.
No flash.
No flash. I'll attack with the guy that blocked you.
No flash.
No flash.
Oh, almost a flawless victory for Novaland.
What do you mean almost a flawless victory?
It was a flawless victory. I looked too fast. Almost as fast as that game. Total domination by Novalands over here. Novalands, what do you attribute that victory to in that game? What do you think your deck did right?
The amount of cores I got 5 core in 1 turn. And I set myself up for the next turn. That was insane. Attacking, getting three counters, and then on the very next turn I got 2 more, then I can refresh once already. That's turn 2. It's turn 2 for my deck. That's kind of the counter advantage is insane. I think Dorat's super strong. Dorat's super strong, and like I don't want to just completely give it to this Ghidorah here, because I have other effects that I could have used in my hand, like adventing further if I wanted to. I like him because he gives me a +1 core on summon, so then I can get a guaranteed 3/1 turn potential, and then the next turn I'll have 5, and I can already attack twice, and I should have a big enough Ghidorah to be like actually really spooky. And I know it's only 7,000 DP depletion on a lot of them, but the fact that I can choose to make it 12,000 is also insane. The amount of power behind Ghidorah has definitely been not only carefully curated, but made with love.
If there's anything I need in my card games, it's to be made with love. And if there's no love for the Dorat, I ain't playing. I'm going second again. That was awful. But that's what I've been telling you about this deck. It just doesn't do anything. And it feels like you play so many pieces for something that just feels like it's just not gonna work.
I see what you mean.
And when it does work, it's not necessarily the most impressive thing.
Well, it is impressive when it like saves you, legitimately saves you from like annihilation for a turn. I think that's cool. And then if you have the Mari combo, that's goddamn terrifying. I don't know. Should I get this guy again? Because I kind of want others. I want this one. Oops. And I get Monster X number 2 this time. Let's go to the bottom. And it is your go.
Start step, core step, draw step. I'll start my turn by playing a Sukanami Maskalani over here in my Nexus area. When I summon a Unit 02, I can rebirth this and then brave it to it if I want. And then I don't remember if it's... Let's see what happens. I think I draw.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Start step, cold step, draw step.
My Unit 2 can't be returned to the hand or deck by effects. That's what it does.
Okay. Okay. Hey, we're gonna play Dorant. Oh, yes. I'm a bit indecisive sometimes. Dorant to been summoned. Next, we're gonna pay 1 for this guy. We get to destroy stuff on the field, and I get a counter charge. Awesome. I'm gonna enter my attack step. Oh, sorry, I didn't read that. I'm thinking of the wrong Ghidorah. Reveal 3 cards. At a cost 4 less, Ghidorah needs
4 more.
4 more. Those are not Ghidorah prize.
Those are not Ghidorah prize.
Are they trash? Discard it. Okay, great. Not great, but you know what I mean. Okay, next we're going to enter my attack step. I'm going to attack with Dorant. When I do, I get the core boost, core charge, counter charge. They all start with C. Counter charge 2. That's it.
No flash.
No flash. Yeah, I'll do it. I'm going to attack.
No flash.
No flash. Go ahead.
Sot step. Claw step. Draw step. Refresh. I'm going to start my turn by setting a burst. Tonand.
Okay, I'm gonna be hydrated. Start step, core step, draw step, refresh. I keep thinking that refresh and reboot are different in the same game, like different steps. Because I play Digimon. What do we got here? We got a couple new cards in my hand that I'm not too familiar with, so please stay with me. In the meantime, we're gonna make Dorant level 2 at least. Well, we're gonna make you level 2 so I can't be bounced because somebody hates it. Somebody hates it. Well, I can use that whenever I want. Great. I'm gonna pay 1 to set my Monster X 2. Mirage? Oh, my Mirage is different cost. My Mirage is cost 2 with 1 core. Great. While my Ghidorah is attacking, the opponent cannot end the attack step. Cool. Alright, I got 3 awesomest baddies in my hand, and you have no freaking targets on the field. When you have no targets for me to like choose from, I really have to think about which is the better decision. Okay, I think this is the best one. Alrighty, I'm going to enter. Psych. Now I'm going to enter my attack step. I'm going to have Shield Ghidorah attack you. 1964. Slash.
First,
Knew it.
Evangelion Unit 1. Choo, he summons himself, Wolf. Oh yeah, by the way, when he's summoned, he gets to summon a Unit 1, or excuse me, Unit 2 and Unit 0 from my hand
Wow.
without being the cast.
Do you have to do both of them, or can you do one if you only have one?
I can do up to
as
them.
many.
I can do as many as I have.
Okay, okay.
And when Unit 2 is summoned, I get to summon, or I get to take 3 core from my trash and put it to it, but I don't have them, so nah. Anyways, when this is summoned, or actually no, it doesn't have one summoned. And then Flash to me, huh?
Yeah.
I get Flash.
You do indeed get Flash.
Now this could actually get interesting, because I've never... What's this Flash effect do?
Ghidorah! Okay, everybody. I'm going to tell you some Ghidorah stories. First of all, Ghidorah is a victim of illegal animal testing and monster testing by bad scientists from the future. And these little cuties right here, what they did to them was a monstrosity that should have never been experienced by any creature, good or bad, because it's horrible. So these cute little pets, they're little dorats, and they're super adorable, and they're playful little bat creatures. They're cat bats. Like, come on.
This reverse.
Okay.
Braves.
Nice. And then the scientists nuked them and they fused into Ghidorah. I'd be pissed as hell too if I had to be connected to 2 idiots.
No Flash.
Flash. Send my soul to the trash and Digivolve. Can you guys tell that Digimon's only mine? And Advent into Ghidorah gravity beams. Ghidorah gravity beams. Doesn't have anything when it attacks. I mean, when Advent. So, oh, is that? God, I'm so stupid.
Flash.
Hang on. How strong are you? I may have selected the wrong stuff.
I'm 15 over here and 10 over here.
Oh, I did the wrong guy. Oopsies. It's not this one. It's this one. Gosh, there's so many tools of Ghidorah. I get mixed up sometimes.
How many counters is he even playing?
2.
Not bad.
Well, hang on. Are you asking for the Advent condition or the over-counter condition? Advent is, yeah, cost 2 or less. I mean, more. Dorat / Ghidorah and cost 2 or more.
Counter 2?
Cost. To Advent. Cost.
Does it say cost or counter?
Oh, it says C2. Because it's the Advent ability, I'm assuming it's cost because it's not like the Advent ability changed. The over-counter condition right here, that's what I need 5 for. Am I accurate? Does that make... It just says C2 on the card also, man. Like the legit card, C2. I would assume it's under the Advent ruling of cost 2, not counters of 2. That would be dumb.
I think it's counters.
Why would it be counters?
I think you have to have a certain power level to be able to Advent them.
Oh, interesting. So you're saying it would say cost if it was cost and C for counter.
Well, how are you ever going to Advent something that requires a C7?
I was actually wondering about that, and
how would you ever Advent a Ghidorah
the
machine
deployed
arm.
machine
It
arm.
says a Dorat that's cost 7.
Well, it says Dora or Ghidorah. Well, I think that one.
Oh, why would you ever add? So I mean, does that mean you have to add in something stronger onto it?
That's what I thought. I thought I had to do it on
But then which ones cost?
There are 2 of them that cost 10 or more. It's the Mecha King Ghidorah Revival that's cost 10, and the Dimensional King Ghidorah, which is cost
I was
5.
always referring to it as counters.
I guess I was thinking about that
But
too.
what's what happen when you click on it?
Oh, I'll click on it. Oh, I guess Contract Advent is a totally different effect. My bad. There's Advent to me.
I think that's important for you to understand. Because that's the way I grasp it. Because there's a lot of those conditions that I think would almost be impossible
To fulfill. I see. Oh, I didn't realize there were so many different types of Advent. We've only been exposed to one of 4 Digimon. Ultra, Reverse, Final. There's Grand Advent.
Let's focus.
I'm trying to find it. Dea says Advent, Ultra Advent, Contract Advent. That you can also Advent cards with Contract Advent onto your contract cards or in the soul state via the effect written in the contract card. When adventing on
We
the
just
cards,
got our first contract deck, so we're really trying to understand and learn how to play them.
I was reading the effect, Carl. Please be patient. The biggest difference, however, is that you can Advent cards with Contract Advent on your contract cards in the soul state. When adventing on cards in soul state, you can put as many cores as you want from the field or reserve to the now advented spirit. Oh, that's cool. Instead of keeping the same amount of cores like standard advent is. As there are no cores on cards in soul state to begin with, such an effect is worded on the contract cards. Apart from that, everything for contract advent is similar to the original advent, with timing and conditions to follow. It doesn't say to use counters. It says the only change, realistically, besides contract spirits, is that you can pull core from anywhere on the field that you have available onto it because of its soul state unique condition. That's the only difference, it seems. It doesn't say to use counters as the condition, but I don't know. It says it has the exact same effect text as the original Advent wording. The biggest difference is that you can also Advent cards with Contract Advent onto your contract cards in the soul state and put the cores on it. Apart from that unique part, everything for Contract Advent is similar to that of the original Advent with timing and conditions to follow. So then, if that's the case, as adventing is directly stacking a card onto another, it will cause a situation where there are face-up cards under Spirit or Ultimate cards. Those cards are called pre-advent cards, and this state is called during advent. There are effects that can only activate when a spirit is during advent, even though effects currently it is impossible to put face-up cards on the spirits in the same stack without the advent keyword. Yeah, I've been reading it as cost this whole time, not counters. Because
But it never says.
it never says if it's according to the wiki, it says everything in the way it is worded from the advent effect and timing and conditions, because they include that word conditions. It's not like instead of cost of a spirit, it's counters. They don't specify that, and if they say the only real specification of a difference for a contract advent versus a standard advent is you can simply pull cores from anywhere onto the card instead of needing to prepare in the standard advent. You know, like how it's just the soul core to the trash and no cores are moved? In contract, because of the soul state unique condition of kind of floating on the field, you can pull cores that you have available anywhere on the field to that creature, and that's like the only realistic difference besides accumulating over counter abilities and counters. Because it's not like counters are a new thing for the game, right? Because the Gundam cards count, like they say, treat your counters as 0 when you're trying to flash rebirth or rebirth summon. The counters aren't new, and so we're new to them because none of the collaborations realistically played with them. But that's what I've always thought it was a cost still. What are you reading?
I'm just listening.
Okay. So I totally know what you mean with the machine arm. That's cost 7, and I'm thinking it's not like these two gain because they're not braved. You're advented, so it's a cost 5. And so I don't know if I think you might only be able to advent properly on Dimensional Kaiser, Dimensional King, which is the burst guy, Noodle, or the Mecha King Ghidorah, because he's 9. I think those are the actual...
Can I ask in the Discord?
I could. Royal crackers. Discord.
I mean, you gotta learn our rules.
Really? Too many expansions.
We are going to learn how to contract advent our spirits the right way, and we're putting in the work, putting in the effort, asking the right people, how do we play this game? We want to play it the right way. We want to make sure that we play the game with integrity, that we're respecting the rules for the most part in relation to making sure that we know how the flow of the game works, because this is going to be one of the most important things, whether it's cost. Because if it's cost, it's actually 1,000% worse. Because then you have to go up the chain. If it's counters, then as long as you've gotten so far with your counters, you can just advent these huge spirits and actually grow like that. And to me, it has to be counters. Because cost would be really stupid how you would have to build up the spirit and then attack with a bigger spirit like that. It feels like your big bad isn't going to come out as often as you think it might. And I'm terrified for this, honestly, because this is really going to determine the way that all of our decks work going forward.
That's true. If you had already a pre-notion that they work off of the counter count versus the cost, yeah, it makes a huge difference.
Now I'm just thinking about...
Are you a little depressed?
Well, honestly, I'm terrified. Because if it's your way, I think it makes the game a lot less convenient.
Oh, I see.
And I guess it could easily be interpreted either which way, so just understanding that proper way of how to play the game is important, because we have 10 contract advent decks now. That's a sixth of our decks now are contract advent.
That's fair. Yeah, okay.
So that's such a large portion of our decks. Now, I think I might be able to debunk this, possibly.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm going to look at Gundam. I'm going to look at the G Gundam.
Okay.
Because I think everything the G Gundam advents onto is at cost 8.
Oh, okay.
Because the Z Gundam cost 5. Or boost 2. G Gundam First Battle says G Gundam in C2 or more. Which could be cost 2 or more, I guess. But it also made me think that the counters mattered because it was contract advent stuff.
I see. I posted my question that I have Ghidorah onto 1991 and
I think you just need to ask.
I did.
It's just a mechanical question.
I am.
No, you're not. What I'm saying is it's a mechanical question. The game state isn't as important.
I didn't say anything about the game state, just the cards I'm using so they can reference them. They ask for them anyway. I'm just following the proper formula.
Following procedure.
I'm giving them every piece of information they need to determine this. It's because sometimes they argue in the chat too about who's right because I didn't supply the right card.
Well, that's the fun part.
No, it ain't. It's dumb.
It is for me.
It's not for me because it makes me look like an idiot.
Well, when do you not?
When do you?
Oh, when do I not?
Yeah.
Always. There, that's your answer. You don't even answer yours.
So you're saying
I never look
that
at
you don't think you look like a fool when you can't give proper context? Is that what you're saying?
I think you're just getting mixed up with your words at this point. I'll forgive you though.
It's silly.
Chat should forgive.
Don't forgive him.
No, I said forgive Novaland.
Oh.
But apparently everyone, she doesn't want to be. What are they saying about us?
It's been 1 minute.
I thought you said they were already talking about.
No, I said in my past questions, if I don't supply the exact cards I'm talking about because of the way it is worded.
Sometimes
I'm giving proper context like a real person should. Are you a real person?
I'm not. Now what?
What are you, a Digimon?
I'm a spirit.
You're my Digimon.
That battles.
I understand it's a game mechanic, real Kara. But I've had.
What have you had?
I've had situations slightly differ depending on the card.
When?
What do you mean since when? Since I'm talking about Digimon stuff all the time. Digimon are the champions.
You don't even know what to say right now. It be like that sometimes when you're hiding behind a false god.
Ayumi is the goat over here. He's typing. Ayumi. Yay! Oh, thank you. You're so great. The C2 equals 2 counters. It will say cost 2 in full to equal cost. Well, that's nice to know.
Neon Omen was right. And he plays Battle Spirits to teach Nova Lance, but it's good when other people can't agree with the count.
It makes sense, but it's like one of those, you know, like how they don't specifically write out every keyword anymore in Digimon. It's like, oh, what does alliance do? And it's not written out all the way anymore because it's written out on all EX4 set stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The different types of advents. It did not specify that part. I wonder if Ayumi thinks I'm freaking annoying. I ask so many questions and I bother him all the time. But great, it's great to know. Well, I still meet the conditions, so we're good there. And then where are we? Are we in my flash or your flash?
Yours flashed. I don't have flash.
Did I gain my counters?
I don't know.
Did I do anything? Oh, I don't think I did anything. I think right. Actually, I don't remember. I don't remember because if I advented, I gained 2 core. Okay, I don't have this yet. I have to attack first. So let's do that. Whoop. Okay. I've rewounded it. 1 flash timing of Beacon Puff. Flash for you. I will say no flash.
No flash? You're done flashing?
Yeah. Well, because looking at my field, I didn't attack with him yet. I attacked with this. Isn't that correct? I summoned this and I gained a core. And then I summoned this and I didn't attack. I just had to like pass the turn, which is how he's freaking not suspended, not exhausted, because I was planning for this exact move in this exact turn because I was referencing this off a cost versus counter. So I'm saying no flash. This is attacking at 5k.
No flash.
No flash.
Block? When blocks. I have a when blocks ability.
Okay.
When blocks, it's really opposing spirit with the highest BP. At the end of the battle, if I control a unit 0 and unit 1 named spirits, one of each, send opposing life to the reserve.
It's actually. You said destroy?
Yep, you go to soul state there.
Okay. And then what? What's the next part?
If I have one a unit 0 and 1, I get to burn.
Oh, and you only have 1 of those.
Yep.
Okay.
That's it.
I hate that. Oh, when you destroy? Yes. I hope it's the same effect because I'm so excited to play this.
I'm pretty sure you get to use it.
When my Ghidorah spirits are destroyed! Yes! Ghidorah! I never get to summon him right sometimes. I could summon this card with that from the hand top end by paying 1 cost. Boop. When summoned, return opposing spirit or ultimate either to the deck top or bottom. Then destroy 2 opposing 10,000 BP or less spirits. We're gonna send this guy to the deck bottom and destroy that one.
No! 2 for 1!
2 for 1!
Asuka's just gonna fall to the ground.
When at level 2, which it is, when my red-white spirits refresh via an effect, I can activate one of my when summon or when advance effects written on one of my Ghidorah cards. Okay, there's just some ruling clarifications underneath it. It's still my turn. And this changes everything. Where's the number now? Okay. We have 2. I'm gonna enter my. Actually, Carl. I have a second one. I have a second one. Right? We've been here already. When it comes to having 2, I just have to do one at a time. Does that sound correct to you?
Hmm?
When I have 2 of them in my hand that I can summon, I have to do one and resolve the effects at a time?
I think so.
Okay. Well, everything's resolved because nothing. I guess I will send you to the bottom. Goodbye. You were going to go anyway.
Well, my field's cleared.
And then attack. Oh wait. Hang on. I think we were at this. We're not in flash. Okay, yeah, I'm attacking. Boop. Flash.
No flash.
No flash. And attack.
Flash. Pay 4. What are you, fool? Destroy your Nexus.
No,
Drop.
that doesn't stop the attack.
Flashback to you.
Oh, maybe it could have with that new draw. Ooh, you better be careful. No flash.
Flash.
Oh my god.
Nothing.
You had me scared, actually. Imagine if you did draw whatever
Drop
you did.
2 Ghidorahs
Like-
on me to finish me off.
I actually very temporarily forgot I had it, so I was
This
happy.
deck just doesn't do. I gotta look at this deck.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at this deck because you kicked my butt for like a couple minutes while you seen everybody.
Well, okay. I can tell everybody about the secrets of Ghidorah.
The Secrets of Ghidorah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Okay, buddy. The rats. Okay. Let me come up. The secret. The future pet Dorat is an innocent being. They look kind of crazy, but they're young and wild and free, and you gotta let them be like that. And they were just in the forest. They were in the forest, living their best lives. They could be 50 years old. I don't freaking know. Anyway, then these evil scientist people were like, hey, we're going to kidnap these things. We're going to kidnap these silly things because due to our somehow scientific goddamn research, if we nuke them, they'll turn into the evil space Borg kaiju King Ghidorah. They wanted to fulfill King Ghidorah's prophecy, and they wanted to destroy the past because of what? I don't remember. Because their reasoning was so stupid. They wanted to use Ghidorah to control the past so that they can rule the future. They honestly thought they could control a 3-creature fused, 3 different mind Ghidorah creature that's mad as hell because now they're stuck.
It's mad as hell.
Yeah.
Is that how you describe Ghidorah? He's mad as hell. Hey everybody, this is Ghidorah. He's mad as hell.
Okay. And so...
Didn't say no on that one.
Well, it kind of depends on how mad.
As hell.
Probably. Anyway, so then Ghidorah's upset because he's now stuck and has to share all of his vital energy and organs with 2 other dudes, and they better hope one of those heads doesn't snore. So now they're pissed, and they're like, you know what, we're gonna destroy this place, because what's gonna stop us? Because of the immense power that these little dudes got a hold of because of some silly scientist, they were like, what are we gonna do with all this energy? And they said, I don't know, let's just do stuff. And they just literally start doing stuff, and they're uncontrollable until Godzilla comes and says he saves the day as Earth's guardian. But in reality, Earth was the one who created Ghidorah, because of some future spoiled brat scientist was like, I can do it. I can save everybody. I can save the future if I control Ghidorah before it becomes Ghidorah. And I'm like, listen, why didn't you just freaking separate these guys in 3 different points around the world and he'll never make Ghidorah? Like, how hard was that? You got them all. But no, control was what was important. And then, after all of that, Godzilla comes in and he says, get off my planet, ho, and kills him. He's dead. He's at the bottom of the freaking ocean with his middle head cut off, and his primal bones are held under the intense pressures of the ocean under the water. And then guess what? Look at me. More evil scientist humans decides to die for this silly being. He was actually just put out of his misery. Let's be realistic here. And so then they were like, let's excavate this guy and harness. And that's what they did. Godzilla buried him because he was an abomination.
Ooh.
And put him to rest.
Is
and
he
you
an
want to know what?
abomination?
No, I love Ghidorah.
Why do you love him?
I think he's so awesome.
What makes him so awesome, though?
As a child, I read a book called The Lonely Island. It's like 8 chapters. It's not really. It's like a first grader book. And on the book cover was a 3-headed dragon. And this dragon was the protector of the earth. And he was the last dragon. And so he had to go into hiding. And then this kid goes to his grandma's house that lives on this freaking island in the middle of nowhere for the summer. And he discovers the dragon and cheers him up and gets to see him fly. And it's a really nice story, and Ghidorah reminds me of that story. And guess what? That could have been Ghidorah. And then these evil scientists decide to F it all up for capital gain.
They F it all up?
Yeah, we could have had awesome dragons, and instead we have evil, destructive dragons, and I blame them 100%. And so now Ghidorah's laid to rest by Godzilla. Even though I don't like it, he's there. And then more humans of the present day decide to excavate.
Of the present day, I like your storytelling. Keep going. Everyone listen to Novalance. He's got great storytelling.
They excavate his body and bones, and then they create a metal version of the structural pieces of the other pieces, and then they say, you know what, as long as we're in control of this guy, the other 2 heads will listen, because that's how leadership works. That's how pack mentality works. Did you forget what happened in Godzilla in their fight when the Ghidorah heads are fighting each other sometimes? They smack each other. They tell each other stop being idiots. Because there are 3 different entities. You think they're gonna listen to this thing? And I'm upset that it did, actually. I was hoping when I was watching the movies that these 2 heads would either just rip out the middle head and then it would just go back. I wanted it to be a complete wash of the efforts of the humans. Or Ghidorah's like, I'm in control of this. Thank you for practically putting me back together, and I'm going to destroy the world. Which is the direction he went, but it felt a little too easy. Moving on. And then Ghidorah is like, I'm back, and I'm back to cause more destruction because I should be dead. Ghidorah starts attacking the world, and Godzilla's back to stop him. And now Godzilla is under the impression that Ghidorah is a bad guy, when in fact he's just a poor dragon and needs some love. And then you want to know next?
What's next?
In the next part of our segment, they took the wreckage of Mecha King Ghidorah's head, now infused with its primal magic, and made goddamn Mecha Godzilla with it in the 2016 Godzilla vs. Mecha Godzilla movie. And then that guy went rogue because it's Ghidorah, you guys. It's Ghidorah. They keep trying to bring Ghidorah back in these zombie forms, and I can't take it anymore.
You can't take it anymore?
I feel so bad. I feel so horrible for Ghidorah. He was just trying to live his life. It's not his fault he's part of a prophecy. Those scientists could have picked a better way to process this problem. If the problem was, we can't let these Dorats come together, then maybe we should separate them. Didn't seem that hard to do because they were in a pet cage. Like, come on. Come on. They were dumb little guys, and you could have a human assigned to each one like a Digimon partner, and you could have played with them and have a good time, and you would have kept this goddamn prophecy at bay, and then you would just have to deal with the bad humans. But no, it's the creature's fault. The creature's fault. And I can't stand it. It's so upsetting. And so I'm so happy that Ghidorah is such a powerful deck again. Oh my god, I love this deck. So I call this guy Noodle because he does just look like a couple of ramen noodles. Sorry.
I hate when you say that so much.
Noodle or the ramen noodle?
You know what? Probably both now.
You're the one who hated him at first glance. And so I didn't think I could get it any worse. And so I decided...
I do hate him. It's an awful show.
The show could have been better. I liked how they were different races of, like, people, though. I thought that was cool. I thought, like, investigating Mechagodzilla City, nanobot stuff was cool, but it went in the wrong direction. And then, like, the elf people were like, we need to bring the amazing god of destruction and kill this place, too. They understand they're dying. They understand they're dying. But I don't understand it. I don't understand. I guess it's just a cult thing. It's their elfy religious cult. I guess they're ready to just serve Ghidorah and all of his destructive purposes, even though it means they die. I don't know. Excuse me. I guess I'm against that part, but I actually liked Ghidorah's design when he emerged from the show. I thought it was pretty neat that he was kind of coming from these gravity dimension pieces, and because he is still so unstable, because they're like weirdly transporting him from wherever he is to Earth, or to that planet. I don't even think it's Earth for some reason. That's the elves doing. And so, like, Neon Omen, Neon, think about it. I think if this Ghidorah had its true body, it wouldn't be this grotesquely long. It's so long, they look like snakes. They just look like 3 separate snakes for people who don't know who Ghidorah really is. And so, I liked the arrival of Ghidorah, but I expected Ghidorah true form to appear after this. I didn't know this was his final form. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
So I thought it was like, this is the first appearance of Ghidorah. And he looks so gnarly. He looks a lot more alien. He looks more like a villain. Like, he looks like he's actually just here to eat up worlds. A world eater. That makes sense. All that stuff made sense. All of it. He's a different Ghidorah from these pals. But in the show, they ended it with just this guy getting tangled up because they had gravity magic that stopped Godzilla from doing his stuff. which was a cool concept. But I thought that was a little bit too strong of a concept to follow at that point in the story because he's not physically here. It's an astral projection. The elf people have to believe and manifest his goddamn body to the location, and thus he's not a realistic thing, and so that's why Godzilla couldn't punch him at first. That made me kind of mad because that felt way too powerful for the amount of Ghidorah that was physically there. And maybe Ghidorah is that powerful. I'll give it to him. That's fine. However, the problem that I came after that is that then the show ended. The show ended, the elf people won, and Ghidorah killed stuff.
Did you feel let down?
Yeah, I felt let down. I thought we were at I knew we were at a climax, okay? That's not hard to detect. I expected it to go on. How long are those episodes? An hour? Or are they 30 minutes? It's Netflix, it's an hour, isn't it?
For what? Yeah, they're about an hour episodes.
They could have given us one more. They could have given us one more episode to now that Ghidorah is here, this Ghidorah, and they figured out he's not actually here, he's just a hologram, and that they need to figure out ways to either stop the hologram, aka stop Ghidorah from just freaking being here, or he's going to be here. And here's my problem with that. I'm okay with him being here. But this is his final form. It's so disheartening because I was expecting you could have still had a long squiggly dragon, you could have still had that, but I wanted it to be confirmed he's here now. The transformation or teleportation or whatever you want to call it has been complete. He's here now. He's tangible. He looks like a full-bodied monster now. Even if he wanted them to be legit 3 different snakes, it's fine. That would have been lame, but the fact that his whole body was here is what was important. But I felt like it never really got here. They were still connected to those anchor points, which was a problem for me because that tells me they never truly got him over here. And then it kind of just felt like the longness of their necks, right? Ghidorah, the longness of the necks and how long and snaky they are. If they were shorter in his final form when he's fully teleported, then that you can draw the conclusion that, oh, the elf people managed to stretch their magic enough to distort his form enough to be able to do crazy damage in the way that they did. That would have been really cool and smart. And then now he's here, he doesn't have that advantage, but now he has his full power advantage. It's also a really cool feeling, like the disadvantages and advantages of the forms. And then if they fought, great. I would have loved this whole movie. I keep thinking it's a movie. I would have loved this whole series, actually. I would have wanted another maybe part 2 or prologue to it or something.
They dropped the ball and it's
God.
so bad, and it's just a very disappointing thing to just live with and deal with because it had so much potential. So for this deck, the biggest problem is you only play 12 spirits. You play 12 Braves and Nexuses. The hard part about this is the things that, I don't want to drop Mari.
Well, yeah, of course not.
Because this combo, wins you the game.
Yep. Just by yourself.
Ray is the only one in this entire deck that doesn't exactly help as much as you'd hope. She summons all your other Braves, but it feels like you never have enough spirit, you never have that opportunity where you have all these spirits in the field. You never feel like you're at that point. Shinji draws you a card. Asuka's actually fantastic, but the problem is it feels like this deck has, the cost of summoning the spirits or getting the spirits takes too long.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Is the magic cards. We've got way too many magic cards.
Yeah, holy cow.
10 magic
cards. What if you... Sorry, I'll let you
Now, the thing is, these magic cards, I'll draw you a card. but it feels like that takes too long.
How much are they? 3, 2 maybe? 2 on average?
This card can help stall, but I'm kind of at the point to where I don't want this deck to do any more stalling. I'd rather have this deck do something
Draw
with
cards and stuff.
draw cards, or maybe just actually being able to play more spirits and doing things.
Oh yeah, because it's like if you just have 12 main spirits. Oh sorry, not counting this and the Mari. That's like that's strategy B, but strategy B wins you the game almost 100% of the
Yeah,
time.
absolutely.
So I'm not counting these guys. These are like, this is strategy B and that works. So we're leaving that alone. So with this, you have 12 spirits, 12 brave / nexuses that go with them.
But that's the thing, like these spirits, so
they're not even that strong.
well, like,
10,000.
they're all, like Shinji and Rei are actually like bad.
Oh.
Like they don't really help that much in this deck. Asuka can do a lot. So Asuka and Mari can do a lot, while Shinji and Rei barely do anything. It makes me almost want to play one of each.
Oh, I see. Of just those braves.
It makes me want to. So what I kind of want to do with this deck
okay.
is if I left in 3 of these nerves, because the ability to stall is really important.
It's not just stalling. You get to search. And if you hit, which is what you want to happen the most, you completely erase the damage.
I think
it's great.
Playing 3 Ritsuku is just. I think that combo with.
Oh, Ritsuku is so good. I think
Ritsuku with Masato is just an unfair combo. Essentially, what you just do with it is every time you play a nerve card, you're going to counter boot, you're going to core charge with your Grand Walker. And every time you core charge with it, you can once per turn you can remove 2 with Ritsuko to add an Evangelion spirit from your trash back to your hand. Ridiculously could be important in this deck.
What does AT Field do?
AT Field can core boost you, and then I can say that your Evangelions can't be destroyed by BP this turn.
Oh, that's.
And then at the end of the battle, you can end the battle step. Those last 2 effects are when you pay the flash. You're gonna always cost you 4.
Oh, for the purple. Well, it may not always cost you 4.
These are white reduction.
Oh.
This is 2 diamond. Yeah, it's a rainbow card, but
from my perspective, it looks like purple. Okay.
So it gets you a core, and it has a possibility of ending a turn, or ending the battle.
Yeah. Is it just the battle?
Well, ending the battle phase.
Oh, the whole attack step.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
So and it also has to do with this is the scene, so I have to play this card.
Right.
Same with this card. So like both of these cards are really good for the deck.
Okay.
So now if I did that, I'd have 7 slots left. What could I do with 7 slots left? Well, I have a couple ideas.
Right.
There is an Evangelion Unit 2 from the structure deck that I can't necessarily find out of a specific scene.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So you could just use its genericness potentially to help this deck out. I guess you could call it a small loophole.
See, this card right here. Come on, man. Right here, everybody. Get out of my face. This card right here. It has the plug.
Yeah, I see it.
I'm not sure if it's ever been featured with the plug in the movies, in the rebuilds. Because this unit only shows up in the second movie for the most part.
Okay.
And it has 2 pilots in the movie. It's piloted by Asuka in the beginning and Mari in the end. But it is kind of frustrating to me how it's just hard to find an appropriate spot. This thing, it attacks a spirit, so it's not like really good, but it's not awful.
Well, like, it's so strange how, excluding this, they made this art to make these work together, and when they go off hard and awesome.
It's not even awesome. It's okay.
I think it's pretty
You
cool.
block something, and then you kill something else, and then you burn one.
I think that's a very balanced effect. You got to summon 3 things, summon 2.
That's a lot for just 3 spirits, though. That's a lot.
You summon 2 things for free with your burst, right? And then you get to do 3 different effects, including a burn. I think burn is so strong.
I'd rather just send my soul to the trash and add with the Freedom Gundam and negate effects and bottom deck 2 spirits.
Yeah, but that's a white deck.
I'd rather burst with Cherubimon and kill a 10,000 or less and just turn off 1 attack ability.
Hang on. You know Cherubimon is actually one of the strongest Digimon cards out there? You flex. You can't count Cherubimon.
I can count Cherubimon.
No, you can't.
All of your angels just...
My angels are blue! My angels are blue! They're color-specific effects a lot of the time. Bottom deck?
There are purple spirits that just deplete things.
Purple depletes.
The Unicorn Gundam, like, destroys an entire field.
Red! I don't know.
These are red and purple.
Oh yeah, then I don't know.
That's what I've been saying. I went to every color, and you made an excuse for every single color.
Well, you got the destroy with one of them. The burn, I don't know if burn's a color appropriate. I think it's random. And then, what's the last thing you get to do?
This just summons them all. That's all it does. This does nothing.
In terms of field.
After that, it does 0.
Oh, I thought it did.
This draws you 2 cards when it's summoned. Other than this, it does nothing.
So actually, this guy is the guy. The guy.
Unit 2 is all you want in this deck.
Should try putting that SD card in there, the structure deck card. Especially if you can't find its true location. I don't want to call it a loophole. That makes it sound like I'm cheating. But I do want to say it feels appropriate because of how much this deck struggles. You know, like this isn't the first time you've spread your deck out in front of me and said I don't know what the heck's going on. And we all know this is prime. We all know that's prime. We know this prime, and it's just like this. We all know the. I shouldn't say we, but you and I both know that the side strategy and the supporting cards like Nerve, Masato, this Asuka specifically, because it's also a Nexus, are so helpful. Those are included because they're also included in the scene, and they're also helpful for your descriptions. It's just, why isn't this a little bit better? I'm surprised. Okay, you're right. So when this is summon them, if that's all it did, and if both of these did more things, slightly more things, I'd be okay with it. But why can't it? Would make sense that if this would say it activates when opponent attacks, right? Okay, so if that activates when opponent attacks, first summon both of those, and then when you're done with that, and then end the attack, the current attack. So then the opponent has wasted 1 spirit so far.
Well, that's like another thing about this deck, though, is like, I think the biggest thing with this deck is to draw a lot of cards to get closer to having the trio.
Is there any? I don't know. What's it called in this deck? It's that 4th card draw card. Are there any soul draws cards like this for Ava that you could potentially put in there?
I have 2 options for this theme.
Oh, okay.
One is the Human Instrumentology Project. It costs 4. You draw 2 cards during your main phase. Or you can play a Shinji or Unit 1 from your trash.
Okay.
Which, honestly, I think I should put in this deck, because if you or you get a Unit 1, I think. I don't think you summon it. I think you add to your hand.
But the fact that you get it in your hand.
But this allows you to play those 2 for free.
Yeah, I think that would be very good. Is it a magic or Nexus?
It's a magic.
Okay. Why?
All right, everybody.
He just popped his chest in front of
I
me.
am going to actually do some deck editing for this deck, and I'm going to do it a little off stream so everybody can go home. Go home. No, go get some refreshments, freshen on up, I would like to be streaming later tonight. Now it's probably going to be about a 4-hour gap or so. We're going to run some errands. We're going to do some other things. But we would like to stream again tonight with the updated version of this deck.
And remember,
So if you do have time, pay attention. If you have that little bell turned on, why not? If you like watching Battle Spirits, come on back. We'll have a good time. I think I have some ideas. I'm going to put them on into the deck. We're going to go from there. Me on Omen.
and Novalands.
We'll see you soon.